Good evening and welcome inside the GCU softball stadium on the campus of Grand Canyon University here in Phoenix, Arizona, as the number 7 ranked Arizona Wildcats take on the Grand Canyon Antelopes in the first game of a 3-game set here in Phoenix. Jack O'Hara here with you alongside Montana Lambden as the Lopes look to continue the role that they've been on, winning 14 of their last 15 games, coming off a sweep of Bakersfield here last weekend. But tonight is going to be no easy task, Montana, as the Lopes face off against the number 7 ranked team in the nation.
Yeah, Jack, the Lopes are coming off of a 3-game winning streak after closing out their second conference sweep of 2019 with a win over Bakersfield. On Saturday night, the Lopes outscored the Roadrunners with a walk-off 2 RBI single from sophomore Kaylee Holland to finish the game in 6 innings. Lily Bishop hit her second career 2-homer game. She is 1 homer shy of tying her all-time career high. Savannah Torville also had a strong night, recording 2 hits with 3 RBIs, scoring 2 runs. Ryan Denhart tacked on her second win of the weekend with the 1-hit performance, allowing 1 hit, 1 run.
And now we toss it over for prayer and anthem. Well, the Wildcats have been on fire as of late, like you were saying, Montana. They haven't lost a game since March 10th, and that's well over a month ago. They lost to Florida State on March 10th, so it's going to be no walk in the park for the Lopes as we take a look at tonight's Sanderson Ford 3 keys to the game.
The first key to the game is that Lopes are 0-8 lifetime against the Wildcats. This game is making history tonight, as this is the first time Arizona will head to the GCU softball stadium for a matchup. Lopes are a completely different team than years past, making this a much more competitive playing field tonight. The next key to the game is the Big Fight Field. These are 2 Arizona-based teams, both coming off huge winning streaks, looking for bragging rights this weekend. And the last key to the game is just keep winning. Lopes have won 14 of their last 15 games. Look for them to keep up their hitting streaks and continuing their strong pitching tonight with Yessie Morrison on the mound.
The Lopes are going to take on Taylor McQuillan on the back end for the University of Arizona, coming off her 14th win of the year against Utah on a 13-2 victory for the Wildcats. They've won 14 straight. McQuillan threw 5 innings of work, only giving up 2 earned runs, picking up 5 strikeouts in the process. And like you just mentioned, Montana, Yessie Morrison on the mound here for the Lopes comes into this game with 8 wins, 4 losses, and 70 innings pitched, has only allowed 19 earned runs while picking up 22 strikeouts, only 9 walks allowed, looking to become the first Lopes pitcher this season to pick up her 9th win. Ryan Denhart with 8 wins on the season alongside Yessie Morrison. So we'll see how she reacts tonight against the Wildcats order, starting with Alyssa Palomino, the center fielder. Palomino, the USA Softball Junior Female Athlete of the Year back in 2016. Digs in here, hitting .395 so far this season. So it looks like Morrison is ready. Palomino is ready. And let's do it here in Phoenix. First pitch is a fastball just a bit outside, and we are underway. So it'll be Palomino, Karanko, and Harper for the Wildcats, trying to jump on the board early against the tough right-hander out of GCU as the 1-0 pitch outside. So the count moves to 2 balls and no strikes. And like we mentioned before, the Lopes coming off that sweep of Bakersfield here at home last weekend. Lily Bishop picking up her second career 2-home run game. That came on Friday night, as that fastball just misses out inside, and the count moves to 3 balls and no strikes on Palomino. So Palomino looking to get on for Reina Karanko, who waits on deck. Karanko arguably the hottest hitter in the order for the Wildcats, hitting .460 so far this spring. So it'll be a 3-0 offering. On the outside corner for a called strike, count moves to 3-1. Yes, he's only allowed 3 long balls so far this spring. As she delivers a 3-1 pitch. In there for a called strike. So Morrison battles back after falling behind 3 balls and no strikes to even up the count here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch coming here to Palomino. As she gets a sign from Holland. Payoff pitch, looped in the air to left field. That's going to fall in front of Dowdle for a leadoff single, and she's going to stretch it into 2, and she's ahead of the tag. So a nice slide there for Palomino. Able to get underneath the tag there from Savannah Torville, and just like that, the Wildcats are in business with a runner on second and nobody out. Palomino placing that ball beautifully down the left field line, just over the head of Sierra Smith at third base. Maddie Dowdle digging it out of the corner there, and Palomino being very aggressive early on, stretching that single into a double, as that pitch is right on the outside corner for a called strike. Count 0-1 on Reina Karanko, like I just mentioned, hitting .460 on the spring. 4 home runs, 31 runs batted in. That leads the Wildcats offense. As the 0-1 pitch. Spoiled foul, and the count's quickly no balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Reina is a player to watch this game. She leads the team in average of .460 and hits 57. She's ranked 11th nationally in her batting average.
So we'll see if Morrison can get her here with 2 strikes. Goes with the fastball outside, doesn't get her to bite as the count moves to 1-2. We'll see how closely Smith and Torville pay attention to Palomino on second base. A lot of speed out there on the base paths right now for Arizona, as that off-speed pitch just misses outside and the count moves to 2-2. So Morrison trying to get Karanko to chase the outside pitch, to no avail thus far. As Palomino leads off second, 2-2 pitch for Morrison. Fouled straight back, so we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fastball misses outside, so what was once an 0-2 count, Karanko working the count full. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes, so Morrison working the count full on the first 2 hitters here in the Wildcats order. Jesse Harper hitting .387 waiting on deck. As the payoff pitch from Morrison is popped in the air on the infield. Smith says she has it, and she does for the first out of the inning. So a big out there for Yessie Morrison as she sets to do battle with Jesse Harper. So Harper digs in. We mentioned Reina Karanko coming into this one with a .460 batting average. That led the Wildcats. And Harper leading the Wildcats with a .968 slugging percentage as she takes the first pitch low, count 1-0.
Yeah, Harper is another player to watch this game. She leads the nation with 21 home runs and leads the team with 53 RBIs.
Morrison gets a sign from Holland. 1-0 pitch is chopped foul on the left side, so the count evens up at a ball and a strike. And we talk about a .968 slugging percentage, a .443 on base percentage for Harper as well. And hits .410 with runners in scoring position as she chops that one slowly to short. Shea Smith has it, throws across the diamond for the 6-3 put out, and there are 2 away, so Harper does not get the job done, does not advance Palomino over to third base. So there's 2 away, runner on second base. And that'll bring up the junior right-handed bat Deja Moipola. So Morrison looks to get out of the top half of the first inning unscathed here in Phoenix. As the first pitch fastball misses up, count 1-0. Moipola hitting .346, has 16 home runs, 39 runs batted in. I'll tell you, one of the toughest parts of the batting order here against the number 7 ranked team in the nation in Arizona. A lot of power in this lineup. As the 1-0 pitch misses outside, count moves to 2-0. Essie Morrison is going to want to get ahead of these hitters here early before she runs into any trouble in this Wildcats order. .2-0 pitch. Just misses low as the count moves to 3-0. Yes, he wanted that call from the home plate umpire, doesn't get it. So with first base open here, I would not be surprised if Morrison put Moipola on to face Martinez waiting on deck. I'll see what she gives her on 3-0. Goes with the fastball right over the heart of the plate. Count 3-1. Moipola taking all the way. It'll be a 3-1 pitch. And it misses up, so Yessie Morrison not giving in to the cleanup hitter for Arizona. Puts her on first base with a walk. Runners on first and second now with 2 away. Arizona chomping at the bit here to get on the board first. As Malia Martinez, the junior third baseman, digs in. Martinez hitting .372 as the 5 hitter in this Wildcats order. Olsen playing in at first as that first pitch clips the inside corner for a strike, count 0-1. Along with the .372 average, Malia has 10 home runs, 41 runs batted in. As the 0-1 pitch just misses inside, count levels at 1-1.
Yeah, this game is going to be a big challenge tonight for the Lopes as Arizona is 8-0 against GCU, dating back to the first ever meeting in 2014.
1-1 pitch, misses inside, count moves to 2-1. So Yessie Morrison being smart the way she's been locating her pitches thus far against the heart of the Wildcats order. Has not gotten the benefit of the doubt from the home plate umpire thus far, with a couple of close takes here from the Wildcats. As the 2-1 pitch chopped slowly on the ground to third, going to be a tough play for Smith. She fields, throws across the diamond for the final out of the inning. So Yessie Morrison works her way into and out of trouble as we will head to the bottom of the first inning. It's Arizona 0 and the Lopes coming to bat.
And it's time for the upcoming schedule, brought to you by BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Softball takes on U of A again tomorrow as part of Baseball Day Arizona. See them on Fox Sports Arizona at 1 p.m. with pregame starting at 12:30. Lopes Baseball is also at home with games against UTRGV tomorrow and Sunday. Catch it all here on GCU TV.
Definitely a busy weekend here in Phoenix as the Lopes look to get on the board first here against the Wildcats. Yessie Morrison working herself into and out of trouble, leaving runners on first and second. Soft ground ball to Sierra Smith for the final out against Malia Martinez. As the Lopes will send up Sierra Smith, Taylor Olsen, and Shea Smith against Taylor McQuillan who's 14-5 this season. I mentioned in the pregame, Taylor picking up her 14th win of the season against Utah on a 13-2 victory on Sunday. Through 5 innings, only gave up 2 hits, 2 earned runs, walked 1 while striking out 5. She only threw 68 pitches. So she is ready to go here on this Friday night. McQuillan has 1 save on the season and in 118 inning totals in 118 innings total, I might add. 68 hits, has only given up 23 earned runs, has walked 26, but the strikeout number is impressive, 147 Ks throughout the season. And she's only given up 22 extra base hits. So the Lopes looking to jump on her early on. With Sierra Smith digging in now. Sierra hitting .328, 4 home runs, 13 runs batted in. Picked up her 4th home run of the season 2 weekends ago in Riverside, California against California Baptist. And once again, the Lopes coming off a big weekend here last weekend against Bakersfield, picking up the sweep after dropping the final game of that 3-game series in California Baptist 10-1 in 6 innings. Smith swinging right through that fastball. Sierra with a slugging percentage of .461 so far this spring. As she swings through that fastball, and the count is quickly 0 balls and 2 strikes. .0-2 pitch from McQuillan, and it's cut on and missed for strike 3. So Sierra Smith out on 3 straight fastballs there, trying to put the ball in play. Does not come up empty there, as Taylor Olson's going to dig in, trying to get on base here for the Lopes. Olson's batting average dipping just under 300 on the season at .299. Swings through that fastball, count 0-1. So the Lopes having trouble early picking up Taylor McQuillan's fastball right out of the gate. 4 swings and misses. 0-1 pitch. Olson lays down the bunt on the first base side. And it's going to be an easy play there for Pierce as she throws on to Karanko for the putout. And just like that, there are 2 away here in the first inning against McQuillan. So Shea Smith will take a stab here at Taylor McQuillan, hitting .400 on the season. Also has 4 home runs on the season, just like her sister. She takes a fastball outside, count 0-1. So the first take of the night for the Lopes. Trying to slow things down here against the left-hander. As the 0-1 pitch cut on and missed there by Smith, a healthy hack, but the count is now 0 balls and 2 strikes. So McQuillan doing an excellent job getting ahead of the Lopes hitters here in the first inning. She delivers an 0-2 pitch. Smith could not hold up, chases the high heat, and just like that, a 1-2-3 inning here for the Lopes against Taylor McQuillan, who absolutely dominates the Lopes in inning number 1. Well, let's head to the top half of the second inning as Yessie Morrison takes the circle here in Phoenix. You're watching GCU softball right here on GCU TV.
One more member on our roster. Streets of New York is proud to announce Grand Canyon University to our winning team. We are now the official pizza of GCU. Go Lopes.
We have been the experts in clean since 1945. We help businesses keep their facilities cleaner, healthier, greener, and safer. We are passionate about what we do and are committed to making your workplace environment the cleanest and healthiest it can be.
We move to the top half of the second inning here on GCU TV. Lopes going down in order against Taylor McQuillan, as she picked up 2 strikeouts, both coming at the hands of the Smith sisters. Taylor Olson trying to bunt a ball down the first base line, gets thrown out at first, so a quick 1-2-3 inning for Arizona's left-hander as Yessie Morrison takes the ball. It'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the Wildcats order as the first pitch just misses outside, count 1-0. Hillary Edior coming into this one with just 4 RBIs in the season, just 32 at-bats for the Wildcats designated player. As a 1-0 pitch, clips the outside corner, count 1-1. Yes, he put 2 runners on base in the top half of the first inning, but would get Malia Martinez to hit a soft ground ball to Sierra Smith at third base as that pitch just misses inside, and the count moves to 2-1. It'll be Edior, Pierce, and Martinez for Arizona, looking to get on the board first. As Morrison gets a sign from Holland, 2-1 pitch. Goes with the off speed, and as it clips the outside corner, the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Morrison looking for her first strikeout in this one. As Edior looks to protect the plate, rips it right to Smith at third base. They don't call it the hot corner for nothing as Smith snags that one for the first out.
Yeah, that is the exact way to start the inning for the Lopes.
A rocket right at Sierra Smith. Had little to no reaction time on that ball as she gloves it for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Riley Pierce. Pierce hitting .324, 4 home runs, 14 RBIs. Picked up her 4th home run of the season in Sunday's 13-2 win against the Utah Utes as she takes a first pitch fastball for a strike, count 0-1. So with that put out, Edior's average goes down to .273. Now she hit that ball right on the screws. This will be an 0-1 pitch. Fastball inside just misses as the count moves to 1-1. You can see Yessie Morrison a little frustrated early on with the strike zone from the home plate umpire. A couple of close takes for the Wildcats early on going in their favor, as it'll be a 1-1 pitch. That ball blooped right at Smith for the second out of the inning. So Shea Smith getting a little bit of an easier task there than her sister Sierra Smith did just a moment ago with the soft flare to short. So 2 up and 2 down for Yessie Morrison, looking for an easy 1-2-3 inning. As the left fielder Hannah Martinez digs in. Has 2 home runs, 11 runs batted in on the season, just 19 hits. Hitting .322 as she squares the bunt and pulls back. First pitch in there for a called strike, count 0-1.
Hannah is a sophomore infielder from Garden Grove, California.
Corners are playing in for Martinez as that fastball just misses outside. Count moves to 1-1. Just a little bit off the plate there for Yessie Morrison, who, like I mentioned before, is doing a great job so far of hitting her corners. Hasn't been too wild yet as Martinez squares again, pulls back. 1-1 pitch, flared in the air. A little easier play here for Sierra Smith as the Smith sisters retire the side here against the Arizona Wildcats. An easy 1-2-3 inning for Yessie Morrison. Let's head to the bottom half of the second inning. Still scoreless here at GCU Softball Stadium.
And get the best gear to show off your Lope pride. Go to lopeshops.gcu.edu to find everything GCU, from the newest apparel to the coolest accessories. Use promo code GCUTV25 to get 25% off for being a GCU TV viewer. Let's paint the Valley purple. Lopes up.
So Taylor McQuillan, who had a dominant first inning against the top 3 hitters in the Lopes order. We'll set to do battle with the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, starting with Savannah Torville, who's hitting .324 as the cleanup hitter for the Lopes. It'll be Torville, Bishop, and Dowdle after a 1-2-3 inning from Yessie Morrison.
Torville had a great weekend last weekend, recording 2 hits with 3 RBIs, scoring 2 runs, helping Lopes take the sweep over Bakersfield.
Well, Savannah is hitting .324. 5 home runs, 26 runs batted in. A freshman. Got off to a hot start this season. 2 home runs in her first 3 games. Now she swings at the first pitch from McQuillan, pops it up as it'll get into the seats for a lucky souvenir there. Moipola had a beat on it, but runs out of room. So again, it was a dominant first inning from McQuillan, getting both Sierra and Shea Smith down on strikes. Taylor Olson trying to bunt a ball down the first base line. Riley Pierce had no issues handling it over at first base. As Torville looks to protect the plate now, down no balls and 2 strikes. As the 0-2 pitch, fastball misses outside, count 1-2. One-two pitch, fouled straight back as Torville just misses that one as the count remains 1-2. Torville right on that fastball from McQuillan, able to foul it straight back. Outfield playing about halfway for Torville, as she is fooled there by the changeup from McQuillan. And we'll head back to the dugout. 3rd strikeout for Taylor McQuillan as there's 1 away here in the 2nd. A steady diet of fastballs in that at-bat to Savannah Torville, as McQuillan fools her with the 1-2 changeup. So with 1 away, Lily Bishop digs in. We mentioned last weekend Lily Bishop picking up her 2nd career 2-run home run game on Friday against Bakersfield. One-0 pitch. Spoiled foul by Bishop. Count moves to 1-1. First batter that Taylor McQuillan has fallen behind here early on, as she battles right back to even up the count at 1-1. One-one pitch misses high, so the count moves to 2-1. McQuillan getting ahead 0-2 on each of the first 4 batters, striking out the Smith sisters and Savannah Torville thus far. As it'll be a 2-1 pitch to Bishop, as she spoils that one foul, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So McQuillan has fallen behind in this at-bat, but has quickly battled back with 2 straight fastballs. Bishop looking to become the first Lopes base runner of the night, as the 2-2 offering. Fastball cut on and missed, as Bishop will take a seat as well. Back-to-back strikeouts for Taylor McQuillan, as she's now struck out 3 in a row. So with 2 away, Maddie Dowdle will dig in, hitting .302. Perfectly placed fastball there from McQuillan on the 2-2 pitch. As the first pitch to Dowdle on the inside corner for a called strike, count 0-1.
Last time these 2 teams met, Dowdle picked up one of the Lopes hits in the finale in Tucson last year.
So the 0-1 offering, ripped in the air to right field. Going back on it is Keene, right in front of the warning track. She'll make the play. Another 1-2-3 inning for Taylor McQuillan. 6 up and 6 down for the Lopes offense as we head to the top of the 3rd inning here in Phoenix. You're watching GCU softball right here on GCU TV.
Tomorrow these 2 teams are back.
Watched it?
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck. Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. I mean, we want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
Feel the thunder in the heart of Phoenix. GCULopes.com.
We move to the top of the third inning here on GCU TV. Still scoreless between the Wildcats and the Lopes. And Montana, the Lopes offense just hasn't been able to figure out Taylor McQuillan thus far.
Yeah, absolutely, Jack. The Lopes and University of Arizona are both battling out there on the field, trying to get some runs scored in.
It'll be the 9-1-2 for the Wildcats in their order as a first pitch fastball. In there for a called strike count, 0-1. Jenna Keene, the right fielder for the Wildcats. 1 home run, 10 runs batted in on the season, has a .347 average and just 75 at-bats. As the corners will be in for the speedy Keene. Squares to bunt. Drops it foul, so the count quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Jessie Morrison looking for an inning she had last inning, a 1-2-3 inning against the Wildcats. Edior hitting one right on the screws, right to Sierra Smith at the hot corner at third base. Little to no reaction time for Sierra Smith as she was able to make the play. Pierce and Martinez both popping out softly to short and third. We'll see how Morrison fares against the top half of the order. Second go around here in the top of the third inning. As Palomino waiting on deck, already 1 for 1 against the Lopes right-hander. As a 1-2 pitch, slap to third, it's going to trickle foul, so the count remains 1-2.
Jenna is a sophomore out of Los Alamitos, California. She's an average of .347.
1-2 pitch. As that one is tapped in the air. Third base, Smith has it for the first out of the inning. So Jessie Morrison able to get the bottom third of Arizona's order to just fly out softly here on the infield. As there's one away with Palomino digging in for the second time. I mentioned just a moment ago, Palomino 1 for 1 in this game. Hitting a blooper over the head of Sierra Smith at third base down the left field line in the first inning. Stretched out for a double as she was left stranded on second base. First pitch misses up, 1-0. We really can't complain about Jessie Morrison's performance thus far, Montana. 2 1/3 innings pitched, has only allowed just that one hit in the first inning.
Yeah, absolutely. She's looking to get 2 more outs and prevent Arizona from scoring.
Pitch just misses outside as the count moves to 2-0. We mentioned in the first inning, Jessie Morrison having a tough time getting the calls from the home plate umpire early on as that pitch just missed outside. It'll be a 2-0 pitch here to Palomino. Off-speed pitch in the air, foul territory. Smith has room. She makes a play for the second out. So just like that, 2 up and 2 down here in the third with Karanko digging in.
Yeah, Smith is on fire tonight.
Sierra Smith making 2 putouts in the second inning, has the first 2 putouts here in the third inning. As Reina Karanko, the second baseman, digs in for the second time. Popped up to Shea Smith back in the first inning. One-0 pitch. Skied in the air, shallow center field. Coming in is Kay, and she's going to make the grab. A sliding grab there from Taylor Kay. Another 1-2-3 inning for Yessie Morrison. As we will head to the bottom of the third inning with the Lopes looking to get on the board first. It is 0-0 here in Phoenix.
And don't miss this hypnotic celebration of pop-inspired dance and make it a fun night out with friends and family. The 2019 Spring Dance Concert connects electric beats with artistic expression as they close out the school year at Ethington Theater. The show opens tonight and runs through Sunday. Well, Jack, have you ever seen a show at Ethington Theater?
Not even once. I've been told that they are pretty incredible, though, so I'm going to try and make my way out before this spring semester comes to an end. I don't know about you. Have you ever been?
I actually have not ever been, but I've heard that GCU puts on some incredible productions, and I am sure going to be checking them out.
Well, we'll see if the Lopes can get on the board here first. In the bottom of the third inning, no success in the first two innings against Taylor McQuillan. 6 ups, 6 down. She struck out 4 thus far. We'll see what the Lopes' game plan is as she will face the 7, 8, and 9 hitters in the order, starting with Kaylee Holland.
Something a lot of viewers might not know about our pitcher, number 18, Taylor. She is legally blind in her left eye and has been that way since birth.
Leading off for the Lopes, number 12.
So being able to be out there and pitch for this team is an incredible.
So Holland digs in. First pitch fastball, cut on and missed for strike one. And that is interesting, Montana, considering she is 14-5 on the season and has dominated throughout the spring for the Wildcats. Not an easy task, but McQuillan proving you could do just about anything if you put in the work, as the second pitch there misses up. Count moves to 1-1. It will be Holland, Olsen, and Kay. Bottom third of the order for the Lopes. Still looking for their first base runner. As a 1-1 pitch. Slapped foul. Count moves to 1-2. Holland hitting .281, 3 home runs, 13 runs batted in. Has shared a lot of playing time with Kaylee Dietrich behind the dish so far this spring, as that fastball misses outside. Count moves to 2-2. Fouled straight back. So Holland doing a nice job battling up there against McQuillan.
Holland is a sophomore, and she's a local prospect right here out of Phoenix, Arizona.
Two pitch in the dirt. So McQuillan does not get Holland a bite there on the 2-2 off speed pitch, as the count runs full at 3-2. It'll be interesting to see what McQuillan comes with here, as the fastball has worked so far this evening. Got Lily Bishop with a 2-2 off speed pitch as she goes with the fastball, and Holland pops it up in the infield. Riley Pierce has it for the first out of the inning. So one away here for the Lopes, as Lorianne Olsen is going to try and become the first Lopes base runner here as she faces off against McQuillan for the first time. Hitting .235. Lorianne actually has a .235 batting average, a .235 on base percentage, and a .235 slugging percentage as she swings through that fastball. Count 0-1. Not an easy thing to do, Montana. Oh, 1 pitch. Misses up. Count moves to 1-1.
Lorianne is actually out of Tucson, Arizona, and she chose GCU, even though Tucson is her hometown.
1-1 pitch, misses low, 2-1. Well, sometimes, me especially, I kind of want to get out of what you know best. You want to experience something different. Lorianne obviously making the right choice, starting right fielder here for the Lopes as she faces off again against her hometown College here in the University of Arizona, as that pitch is taken on the outside corner for a called strike. So the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. McQuillan looking to retire her 8th straight lope here with Taylor Kay waiting on deck. Two-two pitch, cut on and missed. Olsen chases the high heat again as Taylor McQuillan setting down the lopes in order thus far, as she will face off against Taylor Kay here with 2 outs. Lopes unable to stay off the high heat so far from Taylor McQuillan. First pitch, Kay does not hold up on the fastball outside, and the count is 0-1. We mentioned before McQuillan picking up her 14th win against Utah on Sunday in a 13-2 win. Picked up 5 strikeouts in that game. Already has 5 strikeouts so far here tonight through the first 2 2/3 innings, as that pitch is cut on and missed by Kay, and the count moves to no balls and 2 strikes. Oh-2 pitch. Kay goes around as the home plate umpire rings her up, and that'll do it here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Another dominant inning for Taylor McQuillan, as she has retired the lopes in order in the first 3 frames here in Phoenix. Let's head to the top of the 4th. You are watching GCU softball right here on GCU TV.
Canyon State Credit Union, a local credit union serving the Valley for over 65 years, can assist you in buying your first home, refinancing your current home, or if you're dreaming of a retirement home. Canyon State Credit Union can provide you with a fast and affordable solution that meets your needs. Let Canyon State Credit Union run the numbers on your dream. Visit canyonstatecu.org or call 623-580-6015 for more information. Canyon State Credit Union, committed to you. We do business in accordance with the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, MLS number 410376.
I will always be with you, my friend. I will be with you until the end. I will always be there when you fall and help you when you need it most of all.
Back here on GCU TV as we enter the top half of inning number 4. Yessie Morrison back out on the hill. We have a little bit of a pitcher's duel here between Yessie Morrison and Taylor McQuillan, but Montana, the Lopes just unable to make contact thus far here tonight against McQuillan.
Yeah, absolutely, Jack. Taylor McQuillan has already struck out 6 batters this game. This is not making it easy for the Lopes to make any runs. They're definitely battling out there.
First pitch in there for a strike. It's going to be the heart of the order for the Arizona Wildcats, starting with Jessie Harper, grounded out softly to short in her last at-bat. A nice athletic play from Shea Smith, able to throw across the diamond for the 2nd out back in the 1st inning, as that pitch is fouled right off the shin of Harper. Count moves to no balls and 2 strikes, and this is what Yessie Morrison has to do. She has to get ahead of these hitters, so she has a little bit more room to work with on an 0-2 pitch here, able to mix and match with some of her spots as well as some of her pitches. May try and fool Harper with an off-speed pitch here on 0-2. Now she gets the sign from Holland. 0-2 pitch, ripped to short. Smith fields it cleanly, throws across for the 6-3 putout, and just like that, there's 1 away here in the 4th. So the Lopes finding no success so far against Taylor McQuillan offensively, but the Wildcats not cashing in on their opportunities thus far here tonight against Yessie Morrison. Just 1 hit coming all the way back in the 1st inning. First batter of the game, Alyssa Palomino, lacing a double down the left field line. As Deja Moipola digs in for the 2nd time. First pitch in there for a called strike, count 0-1. Moipola worked a walk back in the 1st, was left stranded after Malia Martinez grounded out to 3rd base to end that frame. 0-1 pitch, misses outside, count moves to 1-1.
Deja has a .346 average. Looking to further that at the plate.
Shadows lurking here in the infield makes things a lot more difficult for the hitter as well as the pitcher, as The fastball clips the outside corner. Count moves to 1-2. And a 5 o'clock start here in game one. The sun definitely going to be a factor here late. As a 1-2 pitch. Hits softly to short on one hop. Smith has it, throws on to Olson for the 6-3 putout, and they're 2 away. So 2 putouts there for Shea Smith here in the fourth. Moipola getting jammed on that 0-2 pitch. Smith able to field it cleanly on one hop, throw across the diamond. So with 2 away, the third baseman Malia Martinez digs in. Just mentioned before, Martinez grounding out softly to third with runners on first and second back in the first inning. As that fastball in there for a called strike, count 0-1. So I mentioned before, Yessie Morrison has to get ahead of these hitters early, and boy has she ever here in the fourth. Getting ahead 0-2 on each of the first 2 hitters. We'll see what she gives Martinez here. Pitch misses, low, count moves to 1-1. If you're looking ahead to the bottom of the fourth inning, the Lopes have the top of the order, still looking for their first base runner against Taylor McQuillan. That'll be Sierra Smith, Taylor Olson, and Shea Smith. As a 1-1 pitch to Martinez. In there for a called strike, count moves to 1-2. And Montana, given that this will be the second go-around in the Lopes order for the top half of their order, what do you see them looking to do in order to change things around against McQuillan?
I think they're just really trying to hit the ball out there and hope that the Lopes aren't able to back them up.
So it'll be a 1-2 pitch here to Martinez after fouling that one down the left field line. Morrison going with the off-speed pitch. And she goes with the fastball on 1-2. Spoiled down the right field line, giving chases Olson, and she has it as she slams into the wall in foul territory. So a nice play there from Lorianne Olson to cap off a 1-2-3 inning for Yessie Morrison. She's retired 7 straight as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Top of the order for the Lopes as they look to get on the board against McQuillan.
Welcome to the big leagues. The Grand Canyon Beverage Company has just launched a 16-ounce can of their popular energy drink, Stampede. Keep up with the herd and head to GCBC to get yours. Well, Jack, do you drink Stampedes?
I have never had an energy drink in my life, period.
I cannot stay the same because I'm addicted to Stampedes. I have spent all my dining dollars on Stampedes. That's why I have none left.
You spent all your dining dollars on Stampede?
Basically.
Like all of them?
Almost. I drink maybe 2 a day.
That's impressive. Probably not great for you, but it's impressive nonetheless. Well, Taylor McQuillan's been impressive through 3 innings of work. Perfect through 3 against the Grand Canyon Antelopes as she sets to face off against the top half of the order for the Lopes for the second time in this game. Got Sierra Smith to strike out on 3 pitches in the bottom of the first inning. We'll see how Sierra responds in this at-bat. Average down to 326. As Martinez will play in at the bag at third. Riley Pierce in at first. As it'll be a first pitch fastball from McQuillan right over the heart of the plate. Count 0-1. Taylor Olson fell behind 0-2 as well against Taylor in the first inning. Tried to lay down a bunt with 2 strikes. Handled perfectly by Riley Pierce as she threw on to Reina Karenko at first base. As that fastball hits the outside corner beautifully, and the count is no balls and 2 strikes. So McQuillan doing exactly what she's done in the first 3 frames, getting ahead of these Lopes hitters right out of the gate, up 0-2. As Smith looks to fend off a fastball, she does there on 0-2, fouls it straight back, so the count remains no balls and 2 strikes.
Sierra and her sister Shea are second among all sets of Division I twins in combined hits of 92.
Both sisters hitting well over 300. just about 5 weeks to go here this spring, as that fastball just misses outside. Count moves to 1-2.
The Twins are also ranked 4th in combined batting average of .364.
1-2 pitch, lofted in the air to left field. Martinez has a beat on it. She'll make the play for the first out of the inning. So Sierra Smith laying off a tough 0-2 fastball on the outside corner to move the count to 1-2, but flares that one softly into left field for the first out. She's 0 for 2 in this one as she heads back to the dugout. And with one away, Taylor Olson will dig in, trying to change her luck against McQuillan. Like I just mentioned, bunted a ball down the first base line, but was thrown out at first base as first pitch fastball misses outside, 1-0. And Riley Pierce learning from the first inning, playing in at the bag at first base as that pitch is lined into right field. Keene had a tough read on that ball with the sun glaring in her face, but she's able to come away with it for the second out. Not an easy play there for Jenna Keene. I don't even know if she saw the ball, as the ball maybe just landed in her glove there, but there are 2 away as McQuillan still perfect through 3 2/3 innings, with Shea Smith digging in. Shea struck out in the first inning as well. She looks to make contact in this at-bat. She rips that one in the air, fairly deep center field, but right there is Palomino for the final out of the inning. So the Lopes able to barrel some balls up here in this inning against Arizona's left-hander, but still come across with no base runners as McQuillan is perfect through 4. Let's head to the top half of the 5th inning here on GCU TV. You're watching GCU softball, and we'll be back right after this.
When my hot water heater failed, she was pregnant, in-laws were coming, a little bit of water, it rocked our world.
I had no idea the amount of damage that water could do.
We called USAA, and they greeted me as they always do. Sergeant Baker, how are you? They were on it. It was unbelievable. Having insurance is something everyone needs, but having USAA, that's a privilege. We're the Bakers, and we're USAA members for life.
USAA. Get your insurance quote today.
Do you want to be on Ask GCU? Twitter raffle.
Twitter raffle.
Tweet us your questions, and the person with the best question is going to get featured on the next episode with the crew.
My dudes.
What are you doing?
People don't like us very much, it seems.
Tweet hashtag AskGCU to get your question featured.
Let's go to the top half of the 5th inning here on GCU TV. Yessie Morrison back out on the circle for the Lopes. Again, the Lopes still looking for their first base runner offensively against Taylor McQuillan. 12 up and 12 down for the Wildcats left-hander as that first pitch is cut on and missed for strike 1. Hillary Edior leading things off, and we saw her rifle one down the third baseline. Sierra Smith able to make the grab with little to no reaction time back in the 2nd inning. 0-1 pitch, clips the outside corner, and the count moves to 0-2, and it looks like Montana that the home plate umpire is giving just a little bit more leeway here for Yessie Morrison as we move into the latter stages in this game. Oh, 2 pitch, Edior squares to bunt, pulls back, swings at it in the dirt, throw down to first by Holland for the strikeout. So the first strikeout of the night for Yessie Morrison comes here in the 5th inning against Edior. So with 1 away, the first baseman Riley Pierce is gonna dig in. Popped up softly to short back in the 2nd inning.
Yeah, let's see if Yessie can continue that streak and get it going.
First pitch fastball, just misses outside, count 1-0. In that 2nd inning, all 3 outs coming on the left side of the infield with Sierra Smith catching that laser off the bat of Edior. Pierce popped up softly to Shea Smith at short before Hannah Martinez would pop up softly in at third base to Sierra Smith. Just a little bit easier for the Lopes third baseman in that 3rd inning. or in that second inning, excuse me. As it'll be a 2-0 pitch coming here from Morrison. Does not want to give in to Pierce here. 4 home runs on the season as she rips out in the air. Deep right field. Going back is Olsen on the track at the wall. Sayonara. So the 5th home run of the season for Riley Pierce, her second in the last 2 games, and Arizona has a 1-0 lead here in the 5th. So a 2-0 fastball left over the heart of the plate, right in Pierce's wheelhouse. She takes it the other way, waits back on it, lets it enter the zone, takes it the other way, and absolutely crushes it over the right field wall. All Lorianne Olsen could do was turn and watch on that one. First mistake given up by Yessie Morrison all night long as Hannah Martinez digs in. First pitch misses outside, count 1-0.
The pressure is really on the Lopes now as they are going to have to try to make a comeback.
One-0 pitch, ripped up the middle and into center field for a base hit. So just like that, back-to-back hits for the Wildcats as they have a runner on first base and 1 out. And like you mentioned, Montana Lopes gonna have to come from behind in this one. Only 1-0 Arizona leads, but it feels like a lot more the way Taylor McQuillan's been thrown in this one, and she has yet to allow a base runner. So Yessie Morrison gonna have to buckle down here, get 2 more outs, get her offense back to the plate as that pitch is bunted foul by Jenna Keene, count 0-1. Keene popping up to third base, back in the 3rd inning. Sierra Smith with 5 putouts so far here this afternoon. As the 0-1 offering on the outside corner misses. Holland paying close attention to Hannah Martinez at first base. One pitch. Keene looking for the bunt again, fouls it off. Count moves to 1-2, trying to get Martinez into scoring position with 2 outs. Excuse me, with 1 out, trying to reach first base here. So with 2 failed bunt attempts, Keene looking to pull back and swing away here with 2 strikes. Pitch in the dirt. Nice block by Kaylee Holland as the count moves to 2-2. Not allowing the base runner to advance over to second base. And Arizona just 3 for 16 thus far here tonight against Yessie Morrison. 2 of those hits coming right here in the 5th inning. As that pitch is cut on and missed, Morrison goes with the off speed as Keene will take a seat for the 2nd out of the inning. Keene just swinging right through that changeup from Morrison. Picks up her 2nd strikeout of the ball game as that'll round out the Wildcats order with Alyssa Palomino digging in for the 3rd time in this one. 1 for 2. Like we said, picked up that double to lead things off in the 1st inning.
Yeah, that's a big strikeout for Morrison. She's looking to continue that.
That pitch misses outside. Count moves to 2-0. Remember, Morrison fell behind 2-0 on Riley Pierce before serving up her 5th home run of the season. Left a fastball over the heart of the plate. Pierce able to wait back on it and drive it the other way over the right field wall. We'll see what she gives Palomino here on 2-0. Runner leads off first. Fastball in there for a called strike. Count 2-1. So a big pitch there from Morrison. Does not want to fall behind 3-0 on the left-handed bat for Arizona, with Reina Karenko waiting on deck. Morrison looking to stop the bleeding right here. As that pitch is tapped slowly to second, Torville has it, throws to first, and just nabs the speedy Palomino for the final out of the inning. But not before Arizona takes the lead on the 5th home run of the season from Riley Pierce, a home run over the right field wall. Let's head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's Arizona 1 and Grand Canyon nothing.
You can catch the latest series from GCU TV, Living as Lopes, Finding Your Purpose. Living as Lopes follows a group of GCU students as they navigate their way through college life and all that it holds, with a few fun twists along the way. Watch new episodes every week on youtube.com/GCU.
So as we move into the bottom half of the 5th inning, Taylor McQuillan perfect through 4, as she will deal with the 4, 5, and 6 hitters in the Lopes order. And the Lopes doing a much better job putting all 3 balls in play in the bottom of the 4th inning. But still looking for a base runner in this one. Still looking for someone to reach base, as they have 3 more attempts, down 1-0. Riley Pierce taking advantage of a 2-0 fastball from Yessie Morrison. The only mistake she's made so far here tonight. In 5 innings pitched, Yessie's only allowed 3 hits, 1 earned run, has picked up 2 strikeouts. Came into the 5th inning only allowing that 1 hit to Palomino, the double to lead off the game. So Pierce's home run, the first hit by Arizona in 3 innings. A timely hit for the Wildcats' first baseman as Savannah Torville digs in. First pitch off speed, clips the outside corner, count 0-1.
Yeah, Jack, as we mentioned earlier, Arizona is ranked number 7 in the nation. This is not going to be an easy game for the Lopes.
0-1 pitch, misses low, count 1-1. Arizona winning each of their last 14 contests, and their 3 games at Utah alone last weekend. A 13-0 win in 5 innings on Friday, a 22-1 victory in 5 innings on Saturday, and a 13-2 victory in 5 innings on Sunday. So Yessie Morrison able to hold down the 4th thus far with just 1 run on 3 hits as Torville slaps that 1 foul. We'll do it again at 2-2. So the Wildcats coming into this one with a plethora of hot bats, including Riley Pierce, who's homered in each of her last 2 games. As Torville will take a seat, she swings through that fastball on 2-2. 7th strikeout of the night for McQuillan, as Lily Bishop will now dig in with 1 away. And we saw last weekend, Lily picking up those 2 home runs, has 4 home runs on the season, 1 home run shy of tying her career high. Hit 5 home runs last year, as that fastball misses low, 1-0, and you would think the Lopes would love another Lily Bishop home run right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Lopes really need something to get the bases going.
1-0 pitch, cut on and miss. You saw Bishop trying to hold back on that off-speed pitch. Knew she made a mistake by swinging at that pitch low and outside. Count moves to 1-1. 2-0 is a lot different than 1-1 in a pitch sequence, especially for someone who's been mowing them down like Taylor McQuillan has. That pitch cut on and missed. Goes with the same pitch there on 1-1. Gets Bishop fooled there, so the count moves to 1-2 now. Bishop looking to choke up on the bat, just trying to put the ball in play here against a pitcher who's picked up 7 strikeouts in 4 1/3 innings thus far. Cut on and missed by Bishop. Chases that pitch low and away yet again. 2 more strikeouts here in the 5th for Arizona's left-hander. She now has 8 as Maddie Dowdle digs in for the 2nd time.
Yeah, GCU has only scored 2 total runs in the entire 8 meetings that they've had with Arizona.
First pitch to Dowdle, right down the middle for a called strike, count 0-1. So McQuillan not being shy at all in this game here tonight against the Lopes, coming right after these Lopes hitters with a steady diet of fastballs. Fooled Lily Bishop there with a couple of off-speed pitches low in the zone. As that 0-1 pitch popped in the air down the first base side, Pierce has room. She'll make the play right in front of the Wildcats dugout for the final out of the inning, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Taylor McQuillan. She's perfect through 5 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. You're watching GCU softball right here on GCU TV.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender. Or the color of your skin. Or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
When my hot water heater failed, she was pregnant, in-laws were coming, a little bit of water, it rocked our world.
I had no idea the amount of damage that water could do.
We called USAA, and they greeted me as they always do. Sergeant Baker, how are you? They were on it. It was unbelievable. Having insurance is something everyone needs, but having USAA, that's a privilege. We're the Bakers, and we're USAA members for life.
USAA. Get your insurance quote today.
Let's move to the top half of the 6th inning here on GCU TV. Lopes still trail this one 1-0. A stalemate between Yessie Morrison and Taylor McQuillan. Morrison making her first mistake of the ball game in the 5th inning against Riley Pierce, taking her the other way for a solo home run. That's the scoring on the scoreboard thus far here in Phoenix, as Reina Karenko, the second baseman, digs in 0 for 2 against Morrison thus far. It'll be Karenko, Harper, and Moipola. As the first pitch ripped to second off the glove of Torville as it trickles into center field. That'll be a base hit for Karenko. Torville just unable to glove that one. And just like that, a runner on first for Arizona. So Jesse Harper will dig in, hitting .381 on the season still after going 0 for 2 in her first 2 at-bats. Big opportunity here for the Arizona right-handed hitter to put a runner in scoring position. First pitch misses inside, and the home plate umpire is going to say it clipped the leg there of Harper as she'll take first base. And just like that, Yessie Morrison in a little bit of trouble here in the 6th inning. Runners on first and second with nobody out. Not what you want at all if you're Yessie Morrison. Now with runners on first and second, nobody out, 1-run ball game. It'd be safe to assume that Moipola is going to be asked to lay down the sacrifice bunt here to move the runners over to second and third, with Malia Martinez, who's hitting .365 on the season, waiting on deck. And as you can see, Lorianne Olson, Taylor Kay, and Maddie Dowdle all moving back in front of the warning track for the power-hitting Moipola. First pitch misses outside 1-0, so it doesn't appear as if Deja Moipola is going to be laying down any bunt here in the 6th inning. She does have 16 home runs on the season. As it'll be a 1-0 pitch here from Morrison. Pitch misses inside, so the count moves to 2-0. Morrison has to be careful here with the heart of the order. Runners are on first and second, nobody out. Falls behind quickly, 2-0 to Moipola as Holland comes out for a quick visit on the mound. For Yessie Morrison here, you have to throw a strike on 2-0, but at the same time cannot give in to a hitter like Moipola, who has the power to make this a 4-run ball game. .20 pitch on the inside corner, just misses as the count moves to 3-0. Morrison wanting that pitch, as, like I just mentioned before, does not give in to Arizona's cleanup hitting catcher there with a 2-0 pitch that just misses off the plate on the inside corner. So on a 3-0 pitch, it'll be interesting to see if Arizona gives Deja Moipola the green light here on 3-0. They don't, as the pitch clips the inside corner for a strike, 3-1. Not look like a 3-0 fastball down the heart of the plate there for Moipola, so she takes the 3-1 pitch on the inside corner. We'll see what she gets here on 3-1 with one base open here. That's the off-speed pitch, misses high and outside, and just like that, all ducks on the pond here for the Wildcats, and still nobody out for Yessie Morrison.
Yeah, this is not what the Lopes are looking for right now. Bases loaded, 0 outs. Let's see what Yessie can do to see if she can get the Lopes out of trouble.
So it'll be Karenko on third, Harper on second, Moipola on first. Malia Martinez at the dish. Martinez 0 for 2 in this one, looking to come up big here for the Wildcats. First pitch misses inside 1-0. As we're going to get a mound visit here. A timely mound visit with the bases loaded. Lopes trying to keep this a one-run ball game. They have not had any success thus far against Taylor. McQuillan, who's retired 15 in a row in the first 5 innings of work. So after a quick mound visit, it'll be a 1-0 offering to Martinez, hitting .365 on the season. Also does have the power to hit one out here. 10 home runs on the season. Hitting 5th in the Wildcats order. 1-0 pitch. Taken right over the heart of the plate for a strike count, 1-1. Boy, yes, he needed that pitch in a big way, Montana.
Absolutely, Jack.
Olsen will play in front of Moipola. Smith in front of Karenko as that pitch is ripped past the diving glove of Shea Smith and into left field. So all runners will advance one base here as Malia Martinez picks up the RBI single. Her 42nd run batted in on the spring. And a huge insurance run for the Wildcats. It's 2-0 as the bases remain loaded with nobody out. That ball just out of the reach of a diving Shea Smith at short.
Yeah, Shea made great efforts to get that ball, but just unfortunately it was not in time.
So Hillary Edior looks to open up the floodgates here against Morrison as she rips that one in the air deep left. Going back is Daddle. She's at the track at the wall and makes the play as the ball comes in on her there. Tagging from third is Jessie Harper. It's going to be a sac fly for Hillary Edior. She picks up RBI number 5 this spring, and Arizona picks up 2 big runs here in the 6th inning. It's 3-0. That ball looked like it was ticketed for the net out there in left center field. The wind playing a major factor on that ball as you saw Maddie Dowdle coming in on that ball at the last second in front of the warning track for the second out as Coach Pearson's going to come out and get Yessie Morrison as Lexi Kuhn's going to take over out on the circle. So the final line for Yessie Morrison, 5 1/3 innings pitched, allowed 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. Walked 2 and picked up 2 strikeouts. Again, the big blow coming in the 5th inning against Riley Pierce. She hits her 5th home run of the season the other way to give Arizona a 1-0 lead, and Yessie Morrison just unable to find the strike zone here in the 6th, giving up 2 timely runs to the Wildcats as Lexi Kuhns looks to limit the damage with runners on first and second with 1 out. Lexi 4-3 on the season. 57 2/3 innings pitched, has allowed 56 hits, 21 earned runs, has walked 24 while picking up 40 strikeouts. And we've seen all season long Lexi Kuhns coming into a game in the middle of a jam, able to work herself and her teammates out of it, giving the offense a chance to rally back in games like this. So again, it's only 3-0, but the way Taylor McQuillan has been pitching, the Lopes need to stop the bleeding right here, right now, as Riley Pierce looks to add to Arizona's 3-0 lead, 1 for 2. We've mentioned many times her 5th home run of the season last inning in the 5th inning, popped up softly to short back in the 2nd inning. As Moipola will lead off of second, Martinez off of first. We'll see how Kuhns deals here with the Arizona first baseman. First pitch misses low, count 1-0.
Last season, Lexi dished out 59 strikeouts and threw 5 complete games to finish 8-3 on the season.
Well, the Lopes could use her in a big way right here as she looks to get the final 2 outs of the inning. She might get it right there as Torville thought about going to second for the force play, thought better of it, goes to first. So Pierce advances the runners over to second and third, both in scoring position here for Hannah Martinez. A ball hit right on the nose by Pierce. Handled easily by Torville. Thought about getting the force out at second in Malia Martinez, but like I said, thought better of it to nab Pierce at first base. So now 2 away. Coons looking to get out of the inning unscathed as the first pitch is ripped down the first base line, hits the bag, and trickles down the right field line. Olson picks it up, but 2 runs are going to score as both Moipola and Martinez come around, and it's 5-0 Wildcats here in the 6th. A huge 6th inning against the Lopes. Anna Martinez placing that ball beautifully as it hits off the first base bag out of the diving reach of Taylor Olson, trickled down the right field line as both Martinez and Moipola scored easily on that play. So a huge 4-run inning for Arizona, looking for more as Jenna Keene takes a first pitch ball outside 1-0. Keene 0 for 2 in this one, averaged down to .338. Struck out in her last at bat against Morrison. Wind really starting to pick up here in Phoenix. As the 1-0 pitch blooped over the head of Olson and into right field for a base hit. Olson picks it up on a hop. Throw comes into third. A nice throw from Olson. 1 hop to Sierra Smith, so another hit for Arizona. They have runners on first and second now with 2 away. As Keene passes the baton to Alyssa Palomino, who's already 1 for 3 in this game with a double.
Yeah, this is a big game for Lexi, as she is also from Tucson, Arizona, playing her hometown right now.
And the first pitch, Palomino misses outside, count 1-0. So Lexi coming into this game getting a huge out number 2, a hard ground ball to Savannah Torville at second base. Has since given up a 2-run single to Hannah Martinez. And a single right there to Jenna Keene. As will be a 1-0 offering to Palomino, another dangerous hitter at the plate for the Wildcats as she flies that one in the air to center field. Coming in on it is Kay, and it's going to drop in front of Smith and Kay for a base hit. It's going to be another double for Palomino as the run will score. Martinez coming around home to score, and it's 6-0 Arizona. So the wind really playing a factor on that ball, as it seemed like an easy fly ball to center field, as Kay really had to come in on it as it falls right in between Shea Smith and Taylor Kay in shallow center field.
Yeah, it seemed like there was some confusion out there on the field, not sure who was going to make the catch.
So with runners on second and third now, Reina Karanko digs in. First pitch in the dirt, nice block there from Holland. Just a nightmare inning for both Yessie Morrison and Lexi Coombs. Arizona breaking out for 5 runs on 4 hits thus far. And the inning not over yet as Lexi Coon looks to retire Reina Karanko here, 0 for 3. Still hitting .449 on the season as that off-speed pitch misses. Count moves to 2-0. First base is open with Jesse Harper waiting on deck.
Reina is a strong hitter for Arizona, ranked 11th nationally in batting average.
2-0 pitch, fastball, grounded to Smith the third, throws across the diamond for the final out of the inning, but not before Arizona opens up the floodgates with 5 runs on 4 hits. They leave 2 runners on. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Lopes look to break the perfect game for Taylor McQuillan as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
Don't miss the Lopes tomorrow afternoon in another exciting game against U of A as they take part in Baseball Day Arizona. A full day of baseball and softball all on Fox Sports Arizona. The Lopes take the field at 1 p.m. and pregame starts at 12:30. So not only will the game be broadcasted live on Fox Sports, GCU TV will also be having game coverage.
A big afternoon for Fox Sports Arizona. You got the Diamondbacks tomorrow. GCU softball here against the University of Arizona. First ever baseball day. First ever baseball day Arizona, I should say.
Fans that come on out to tomorrow's game will have free slushies, a GCBC pop-up, and a souvenir cup giveaway as well.
At 10 a.m., it's going to be Corona del Sol versus Desert Vista High School baseball at Chase Field. And of course, tomorrow at 1 p.m., you have University of Arizona right here against the Grand Canyon Antelopes, right here at the softball stadium. And then at 5 p.m., you got the San Diego Padres taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks at Chase Field. So a busy day tomorrow for Fox Sports Arizona. It's been a busy day for Taylor McQuillan as the first pitch is outside 1-0 on Kaylee Holland. Perfect through 5, 6 outs away from a perfect game here as Holland looks to break that record right here. Holland 0 for 1 as that ball was popped up on the infield. A tough play there for Malia Martinez. Looked like an easy play on the infield, but like we mentioned, the wind really playing a factor here in the later stages of this game. Didn't look like Pierce or Martinez had originally called the ball. Martinez calling off Pierce at the very last second right in front of the circle to make that play. So we'll see how McQuillan navigates here with this newfound win here in the 6th inning. First pitch cut on and missed by Olsen, count 0-1. Olsen striking out on 3 pitches against McQuillan in her last at-bat. McQuillan with 8 Ks through the first 5 innings. Only has 56 pitches, only threw 68 in her last start in 5 innings against the Utah Utes. All you could do right now, if you're the Lopes, is try and make contact and then hope for the best. Oriana Olsen with great speed on the base paths as she fouls that one straight back as the count moves to 1-2. And Lopes have been on a few fastballs from McQuillan in this one, fouling them straight back. Just looking to barrel up something here later in this game, down by 6. One-two pitch on the outside corner for a called strike 3. Strikeout number 9 for McQuillan, and there are 2 away.
Taylor K.
So Olsen frozen there on that 1-2 fastball, expecting off speed there. Gets the fastball on the outside corner. Strikes out for the 2nd time in this one, and with 2 outs, Taylor K will dig in looking to get on base. Slaps that one foul, count 0-1.
Yeah, the Lopes are really depending on Taylor K to get some action out there on the field.
And it's been the same game plan all day long, Montana, for Taylor McQuillan, coming right after these Lopes hitters with a steady diet of fastballs as that one just cut away from her. Count moves to 1-1. We haven't seen much of that so far here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it'll be a 1-1 to K. Taylor K, notoriously known for slapping balls the other way here, looks to slap one in the left field here as that pitch misses outside. Count moves to 2-1. Martinez, of course, playing in at third. As Kay looks for her pitch to hit. First batter, McQuillan has fallen behind in this one since the 3rd inning. Has a 2-1 pitch. Misses outside, and the count moves to 3-1.
This is something the Lopes have been looking for all night.
So I would not be shocked here to see Taylor Kay take a pitch here on 3-1, looking to get on base here. Has a 3-1 pitch. Misses low. First base runner of the night for the Lopes. As McQuillan has a look of despair, did not get the call there from the home plate umpire. Thought that one was close enough. But indeed, the Lopes have their first base runner of the night as Sierra Smith digs in for the 3rd time, looking to give the Lopes their first hit of the ball game. So Kay on first base. Pierce will play in front of her at the bag. As the first pitch, looped down the left field line, count 0-1. Smith struck out on 3 pitches back in the 1st before flying out softly in the bottom of the 4th inning. Oh, 1 pitch ripped to first right at Pierce, as she gloves it for the final out of the inning. So the Lopes finally pick up their first base runner. We'll have 3 outs in the bottom of the 7th to pick up their first hit. So let's go to the top half of the 7th inning. 6-0 Arizona. You're watching GCU softball right here on GCU TV.
Hi, I'm Brittany, and this is Ask GCU. Hi, I'm Brittany Holwyn, and you should watch Ask GCU,
where we answer your questions every week.
And the points don't matter. Wait, what?
Tune in every week for answers to be questioned.
Where we answer your questions in a common... all right.
I'm a professional manager! Tweet hashtag AskGCU to get your question featured.
Back here on GCU TV. Mentioned the wind the past couple innings really picking up. You can see the wind blowing in as the flag's blowing in out there in right field. As Lexi Coons will try and salvage the final 3 outs here in the top half of the 7th inning. Faces off against the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in Arizona's batting order. First pitch on the outside corner to Jesse Harper, in there for a strike count, 0-1. So the Lopes picking up their first base runner in the bottom of the 6th inning. Taylor Kay able to work a walk on a 3-1 fastball low in the zone. That'll be Harper, Moyipola, and Malia Martinez for the Wildcats, trying to add to their 6-0 lead as that fastball's in there for a called strike count, 0-2.
Yeah, Harper is a player to watch this game, leading the nation with 21 home runs and the team with 53 RBIs.
She's 0 for 2 so far here tonight as she takes that fastball up 1-2. Still hitting .381 on the season. Still leads the charge in batting average for the Wildcats. Picked up 4 hits in Sunday's 13-2 win against the Utah Utes. Was hit by a pitch in her last at-bat against Yessie Morrison in the 6th as she skies that one in foul territory. Smith's got a beat on it, makes the play in foul ground for the first out, so 1 away here in the 7th. And Deja Moyipola will dig in looking for her first hit as well. She's 0 for 1, has reached base twice. Arizona only with 1 hit through the first 4 innings of play against Yessie Morrison. Was going head-to-head with Taylor McQuillan through the first 4 innings before serving up a solo home run to Riley Pierce in that 5th inning. And of course, the wheels falling off in the 6th as both Yessie Morrison and Lexi Coons unable to limit the damage with 5 runs on 4 hits, resulting in the current 6-0 lead for the Wildcats, as it'll be a 1-0 offering. Moyipola takes the fastball up, count moves to 2-0. And looking ahead to the bottom of the 7th inning, it'll be the heart of the order for the Lopes. Taylor Olson, Shea Smith, and Savannah Torville as the Lopes just look to get on the hit column against Taylor McQuillan, as she has yet to allow a hit through 6 innings of work. 2-0 pitch, ripped into right center field. That ball's going to get down and roll all the way to the wall. So it'll be a stand-up double for Deja Moyipola. She picks up her first hit. She's 1 for 2, and the Wildcats have a runner in scoring position. Nice inside-out swing there from Moyipola. Able to take that 2-0 fastball on the inner part of the plate and drive it the other way. A wide open right center field gap with Kay and Olson both playing up the middle. Olson playing a little bit more towards the foul line than right center. So a wide open hole there for Moyipola. She takes advantage of it in a big way. First pitch to Martinez, in there for a strike count, 0-1. And we've seen the same theme for Taylor McQuillan all night, Montana, coming right after these Lopes hitters, getting ahead in the count, 0-2, 0-2, 0-2 with a steady diet of fastballs.
Yeah, the innings are flying by, making those outs so quick, not giving the Lopes a chance to get on.
0-1 offering, Scott in the air, center field. Kay's got a beat on it. She comes in, took a few steps back, and she comes in to make the second out of the frame. So 2 away here in the second with Moipola waiting on second.
Lopes looking to get one more out and then get some bats swinging.
Edior will dig in, hitting 265, 0 for 2 in this one. Had nothing to show for a rifle that she hit down the third baseline back in the second inning. We mentioned before Sierra Smith able to get a glove on that one. First pitch fouled straight back, count 0-1. Only has 9 hits and 34 at-bats coming in to this game. Now she's in the lineup as the designated player tonight for the Wildcats. Riley Pierce trying to get another at-bat in this one. Now 0-1 pitch misses up, count moves to 1-1.
Hillary's out of Los Angeles, California.
One pitch, skied in the air on the infield. Looks like Lexi Coons is going to get out of trouble here as Torville makes the catch. An easy frame for Lexi Coons, leaves a runner in scoring position as we'll head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Lopes looking to get on the hit column as Taylor McQuillan looks for a no-hitter here in Phoenix.
And if you are visiting campus this spring, why not stay at the GCU Hotel? Featuring comfortable rooms, a resort-style pool, and the Canyon 49 Grill, it's the perfect place to stay when coming to GCU. Book a room today at gcuhotel.com. Jack, have you ever stayed at the GCU Hotel?
I have eaten at the GCU Hotel.
At Canyon 49?
I can tell you they have a lot of good options.
Absolutely. What do you like to get there?
I'm a big pork chop guy. I like their New York strip steaks. Big mashed potato guy as well. How about you?
I really like their appetizers. They have really good pretzel dips.
And not really a pretzel dip guy. Never. I'm more of like a steamed broccoli or mixed veggies kind of guy.
I'm the unhealthy.
Loaded baked potato. That's not healthy. But as Taylor McQuillan looks to pick up her first career no-hitter here for the Wildcats. It has not been a while since the Wildcats picked up their last no-hitter. Their last no-hitter coming this year, March 24th of 2019. Alyssa Denham picking up a no-hitter against New Mexico. And McQuillan, I just mentioned this would potentially be her first no-hitter. She actually picked up a no-hitter on February 11th of 2018. So McQuillan looking to pick up her second no-hitter in a matter of 2 years here for the Wildcats. Lopes trying to stop her, though, as Taylor Olson digs in 0 for 2. And she takes the first pitch low for a ball, 1-0. Lopes' only base runner coming at the hands of Taylor Kay, who worked a walk. 3-1 fastball low in the zone. Taylor McQuillan did not like the call from the home plate umpire as he did not budge on that 3-1 fastball. That pitch clips the outside corner. Count evens up at 1-1. So it'll be Olson, Smith, and Torville. Heart of the order for the Lopes. Just trying to get on the hit column. 9 strikeouts thus far tonight for McQuillan. As that pitch is tapped slowly to third base. Bobbled there by Martinez. Throw on to first, not in time. So a base runner here for the Lopes. We'll see how they score it. Martinez having a tough time handling that one cleanly. And as she threw across the diamond, it was too late to nab the speedy Olsen. So the Lopes have a runner on first base with nobody out to start things off here in the 7th.
Yeah, Jack, that is exactly how the Lopes needed to get things started.
So it's going to go down as an E5 for Martinez. So the no-hitter still intact for McQuillan as that pitch is fouled straight back by Shea Smith. Just missed a fastball to drive there over the heart of the plate. And Smith 0 for 2 in this one. Struck out in the first. Flew out to center in her last at-bat back in the 4th. So the Lopes now with 2 base runners. Have yet to get a runner in scoring position here tonight as that fastball misses outside, 1-1.
Shea's second in the WAC in bunt singles this season with 8. She's also been the WAC Player of the Week 2 times this season.
Looking for a pitch to drive here. She fouls that one straight back again. Just missing a fastball there to drive for Chase Smith.
She's definitely battling out there on the plate, looking to help her teammates.
McQuillan challenging Smith there on the 1-1 pitch with a fastball up in the zone. Smith just missing it. Fouling it straight back, 1-2 pitch. Spoils that one to stay alive. An emergency hack there from Smith. Was not expecting the fastball on 1 and 2, just able to foul it back. Lopes just trying to put some at-bats together, trying to get some base runners. Down by 6 with just 3 outs to go. That pitch misses just outside. So the count moves to 2-2.
You can hear the fans out there going crazy, looking to help the Lopes.
2-2 pitch, fouled straight back by Smith again. So battling up there against Arizona's left-hander. We'll see if McQuillan makes a mistake in this at-bat. Pitch count up to 70 pitches here in the 7th inning. So still a manageable pitch count. Nobody warming up in the Wildcats bullpen, as no shock there. As a 2-2 pitch, ripped to second base, right at the second baseman Karenko. Sliding back head first into first base is Taylor Olson. So Smith jammed by that 2-2 fastball, almost got it over the head of Karenko, but Karenko able to nail it down for the first out of the inning. And Savannah Torville is going to dig in with 1 away and a runner on first. Torville, of course, 0 for 2 in this one, has struck out swinging in both at-bats against McQuillan. Struck out swinging in the 2nd and in the 5th as she chops that one down the third base line and fouls, so the count's 0-1.
Torville's a really strong player. She ranks 1st in the WAC games in RBIs and 2nd in batting average with a .480.
Trying to pass the baton to Lily Bishop. As that pitch is laced into left field, and there it is, the first base hit of the night for the Lopes as Savannah Torville gets the Lopes on the hit column. So just what the Lopes needed there, as they have runners on first and 2nd and 1 out. First runner in scoring position for the Lopes here tonight, with Olson on second base, and Lily Bishop, like I was just about to say, with one swing of the bat could put the Lopes right back in this ball game here with just 2 outs remaining in the ball game. But Bishop, with 4 home runs, 21 runs batted in, looks for a pitch to drive here from McQuillan as the first pitch misses low, count 1-0. We've mentioned McQuillan coming right after these Lopes hitters and getting ahead. That pitch in there for a strike, count moves to 1-1. Has overpowered the Lopes with her fastball in this one, as well as you take notice with those 9 strikeouts, 7 of which have come via swinging, as Lopes unable to catch up to that fastball here tonight. Pitch misses low, count moves to 2-1. Lopes will have another shot at it very soon in this one, as game 2 set to take place around 7 o'clock. So tune in for that game here on GCU TV. 2-1 pitch in there for a strike, count moves to 2-2. Bishop looking fastball there, as she seemed fooled by the 2-1 off-speed pitch. Dropped in perfectly there for McQuillan. As Olson will get a good jump off of second, Torville on first. Pitch taps slowly in front of the mound. And a nice play there for Taylor McQuillan as she's able to nab Bishop down the first base line. Hit slowly there by Lily Bishop. Able to move the runners over to 2nd and 3rd. But the Lopes down to their final out as Maddie Dowdle will try and get the Lopes on the scoreboard for the first time here tonight.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of pressure on Dowdle right now.
Oh for 2. As she takes the first pitch low for a ball, 1-0.
Last time these two teams met, Maddie picked up 2 of the Lopes' 3 hits in the finale. So let's see what she can do right now to help bring the Lopes around.
1-0 pitch. Dowdle tried to hold back on that swing to no avail as the count moves to 1-1. Nice pitch there from Taylor McQuillan has been able to hit her spots all night long. Pitch count up to 85 now. Remember, she only threw 68 pitches on Sunday against Utah. So that pitch is a called strike 2 on the inner part of the plate. So the count moves to 1-2. Lopes down to their final strike here as Maddie Dowdle will look to choke up on the bat and at least put the ball in play here with runners in scoring position. It has been all about Taylor McQuillan in this one, allowing her first hit here in the bottom of the 7th inning. As a 1-2 pitch, cut on and missed, and that'll do it. Dowdle chases the high heater from McQuillan, and Arizona's going to pick up the 6-0 shutout victory over the Lopes on the road. The number 7 ranked team in the nation picking up the win here in Game 1 of a day-night doubleheader. As Taylor McQuillan with a 1-hit shutout, picking up 9 strikeouts in this one, Montana.
Yeah, you can see the Lopes face the Wildcats again tomorrow at 1 p.m. on Fox Sports Arizona, and you can also see it here on GCU TV.
So the Lopes fall in this one 6-0, but stay right here as the Lopes will face off against the Arizona Wildcats in Game 2 of this doubleheader, starting shortly after 7 o'clock here on GCU TV.